having trouble with relating factors and multiples, so I thought I would make a little screen video on that. I know there was two levels of this, but I'm going to start with level one, and this is level one. I'm just going through the guided learning portion, folks, okay? Just the guided learning portion. You're going to have to get through the practice by yourself, so why don't you go get a piece of paper because you may need it. Okay, Sally created a factor rainbow for the number 28. Here it is. Okay, it's right here. And she even color-coded it for us. That was so nice. Select the three statements that are true. Does 28 have 6 factors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's true. There are 6 of them. Okay. Is 28 prime? Do you guys remember what prime means? If you don't, you go over here and you click on P and you find the word prime. Well, we got prime number. Okay. It says a whole number with exactly 2 factors, the number itself, and 1. The number is not prime number because it only has 1 factor. So the number 1. So this is not a prime number. It's got multiple factors. That makes it what we call a composite number. Okay. The next one says that Sally's factor rainbow is missing the factor pair 10 and 18. Is 10 times 18 28? No. So that would say no. 28 has exactly 2 factors. Do you see 2 factors? I don't. Okay. 28 is a composite number. Well, we kind of talked about that. 28 is a composite number. It's got multiple factors other than 28 and 1. Okay. And then 28 is an even number. Can I count by 2s to get there? Yeah. So that would make that even. All right. The next question. Okay, it says, one way to determine whether a number is prime or composite is by creating a factor table. Okay, complete the factor table and the sentences below about the number 19. So remember, if we're looking at factors, we're looking at what times what equals 19. So 2 times what is 19? Nothing, not exact. Okay, we need whole numbers. 3 times what is 19? Nothing. 4 times what is 19? Nothing. 5 times what is 19? Nothing. Not a factor, which means that 19 has 2 factors. Okay. Again, if you're struggle busing through this and I'm going too fast, you can go to the math help and you can look. Okay. Factor pairs of 20. Remember, they're showing you different factor pairs. Equal size groups of an object show you that they're factors. Okay. If that's helpful, use that. If it's not, move on to the next one. If the number has 2 factors, then the number must be prime. So 11 would be another example. 1 times 11. Okay. 2 times nothing. 3 times nothing. Okay. The closer you get to the number, the less likely you're going to find a number that it is equal to as well. Okay. And if you've tried and you've actually pressed the check button and you're still not getting it, you can always use the teacher. But try first and then you can use the teacher. So the number 19 is a prime number because all of these numbers are not factors. Okay. So let's check. All right, that's 2. Let's see. It says we got 3, so we've got one more question to look at. All right, it says Mrs. Hanson's math class is using a 100 chart to identify the prime numbers between 1 and 100. She explains that if you color in all the composite numbers in the chart, the numbers that remain uncolored will be prime. 4 students' plans are shown. Select 3 plans that correctly identify and color only the composite numbers. Okay? So they said 1 is prime, so every other number is a factor of 1, must be composite. I'm not sure about that. That kind of doesn't make sense to me because I know that 1 isn't prime. It's not composite either, but it only has 1 factor. And we're not trying to multiply up. We're trying to find the factors of a number. So I'm going to say that's not prime because it has only 1 factor, but it's also not a factor because, it's not, the rest of the numbers aren't factors because we're trying to divide, okay? So 2 is a prime number, so every number other than 2 that has a factor of 2 must be composite. Okay, so I can divide 12 by 2. I can divide 22 by 2. I can divide 32 by 2, 42 by 2, 52 by 2, 62 by 2, 72 by 2, 82 by 2, 92 by 2. And I can do the same with the 4s, right? 4, 14, 24, 34, 44, 54, 64, 74, 84, 94. And the 6s and the 8s and the 10s. Okay, so that might be a right answer. All right, now we go on to 3s. If I can multiply by 3 to get to that number, that means I can also divide that number by 3, which means it's not prime because it has more than just 3 and 1 as factors. Now 3 would not be part of that list, but the rest of the multiples of 3 have a factor of 3, meaning that they're composite. Okay? And then you can do the same with 5s, okay? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 5 is prime because it has 1 and 5 as factors, but 10 has 5, 2, 1, and 10, okay? Because I can multiply by 5 to get to 10, we know that it has more than 2 factors because 10 and 1 are 2 factors, and 5 and 2 are the other factors. Okay, so I know that I can click on that as well. If you're still not getting it, please use the math help. The math help is very helpful. You can find all the prime numbers from 1 to 100 in 4 steps. Okay? Number 1, circle the first prime number. 2. Okay? Then color in all the even numbers because 2 is a factor of any even number. Okay? Number 2, circle all the prime numbers for, circle the next prime number, which happens to be 3. The next prime number is the next uncolored number. Okay? And so we color in 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 26, 28, and so on, okay? Help 2 shows for 3 and 4. So then we've got the next prime number, which is 5. It's the next uncolored number, so 5. Well, we know that's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, etc. Okay, and then we can go to the next prime number, which is 7, and color those in. So 7, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, and 91. And if we were to keep going, we could do 11 as well. So that would be 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99, which are all colored in anyway. You could do 13 as well. 13 times 2 is 26, but that's also even, so that was taken care of, and so on. Okay? So they're all colored in, and we can see that that means that all the 2's, any multiple of 2, has a factor of 2, which means it's not prime. Okay? Any multiple of 3 has a factor of 3, so those aren't prime. And any multiple of 5 has a factor of 5, so those aren't prime. So these are good starting spots for each of these students. So let's check our work. Perfecto. Now, if you're still not getting it, you can use the Imagine Teacher, but remember you have to try first, and then you can talk to the teacher. All right, so now you're on to the practice. It's only 6 questions long. If you have questions, please call, but you should be able to get through the guided learning if you're using the teacher help well and taking notes. You should be able to get through the practice by yourself, okay? But if you're struggling with the guided learning, please make sure that you call and get what you need. Have a great day, and I hope this helped.